Hello, punters, and welcome. We are back, locked in. I am back. I'm glad you guys are I'm sure you're all very glad that I'm back. Sam Wood being joined by Gav Duncan, Luke Hilton, and the Easter Bunny.
It's the Easter special.
Wow, I think someone's had a few too many Black Sam bookers. For anyone that's listening to this podcast, because this is a audio forum, just to remind you, DJC, he's turned up to the show with a full Easter Bunny, mascot head on. It looks great.
The masked singer.
There?
That's what it looks like.
The masked singer. Oh, give us a few bars. These boys know how good a singer you are. Give us one. Bit of Jason Derulo.
I can't actually breathe under here. I need. It's steaming up.
Take it off. What's happening, mate? How are you, DJC? Were you weren't available.
Take that one off too.
Mark, it's Mark Tukey.
Actually had that suit.
How are we, fellas?
Earlier in the show. Well, you weren't here last week either, DJC. Is that right?
No, he was.
No, it was
me.
Me, Nick.
Patty
No Pat. No boiled egg.
Pat's had 2 weeks off.
Me, Nick, Gab, Emmett.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it, but all reports were it was boring as fuck.
So that happens when Nick runs the show, doesn't it?
Mate, you need me. I'm back.
That was from Mark, and when I said that hurts my feelings, he goes, "Well, I'm just being honest."
Did he actually lay out some feedback?
Yeah. What did he say? It was like watching. It was question time at Parliament.
Yeah. Was that locked in, or was that question time at Parliament?
Oh, punters, please. We absolutely love your feedback. Keep it coming in. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. TikTok's a good one for feedback. So, but look,
just be nice to Blake though.
Yeah, be nice to Blake, please.
Mug's also the bloke that had one episode of Locked In and spoke for 25 minutes about the Red Hot Favourite, and then at the end couldn't think of the name, so just said, the favourite.
Maria Mia.
Yeah.
He goes, Maria. Okay, we're going to edit that out. Plenty going on in racing at the moment. We had just a quick recap of day one of the Champions. What was a standout for you, Hildo, last Saturday?
Oh, it's hard for a standout with that type of track and rain and everything like that. It was tough to cop on the first day of the championships, but Arts probably stood out to me. It was dominant. I couldn't see it coming. I couldn't find it anywhere. Amazing. See, the last 4 winners of that race have been James Cummings, James Cummings, whatever, something like that.
Yeah, I saw Nick put that up.
4 years in a row, the brothers. So, amazing effort. I thought it was a standout of last week, just to come from nowhere, really, and be so dominant. But other than that, it was just a tough day to have such good horses and such good racing and just have to sort of plough through that track.
Yeah, it was a tough watch. It was a tough day to bet. But actually, Hildo, before I forget, obviously the Saturday beforehand, Arapaho in the Group 1, I don't think I've formally congratulated you on any platform apart from, So congratulations to you and Rachel and
Thanks, mate. Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. I've never had anything to do with a Group 1 horse or Group 1 winner, and to go through that was surreal. Even the next day, you were just like, can't believe that happened. And after doing it, it just makes you want to do it again and again and again. So fingers crossed we can do it again this weekend.
This weekend? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Little push.
Be nice.
I did see you on Thursday last week, and you didn't bring the tank crib. You bought the Canberra Cup.
The fun police wouldn't let me bring the Tancred one. I could only bring the
fun police in the background. I'm assuming.
Fun police is making eye contact.
Canberra Cup trophy, which he has cleaned since.
I would have. So we went on a golf trip last week, and it was a golf day, a charity golf day for Giant Steps, which is a school for autistic kids. There were some big wigs there, some big lawyers, guys that just, charity golf day, donate a lot of money, and all very, very stiff until we started. Whenever we ran into someone at another tee, Pat would trot out the Canberra Cup and a bowl of Jamisons, and the boys were in it. I tell you now, we had some of the biggest straighty 180 kind of legal dorks drinking from the Canberra Cup, loving it. They were just loving it. I didn't know the Cup brought that out of people.
It did, yeah. It was the Holy Grail.
It was.
So, haven't I seen some footage of Rach drinking out of the cup on the way home? So it must bring it out of everyone.
Yeah, that was a bit, but that was in an impulse servo on the highway.
It was a slushy. It was a slushy.
I can't believe. Yeah, it was just. Oh, far out. Well, very, very good. We've got plenty to get through tonight. We'll start with our first race. We're going through the 4 Group 1s at Royal Randwick. Right now, what have you guys done form to? Are we looking at a heavy deck again, or?
I am positively thinking. I reckon we're going to get to a soft 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
If we don't get the rain on Friday, it will be soft 5. It's been very hot in Sydney. Very warm,
but has
very
it been
steamy.
humid?
Yeah,
Yeah, a bit.
it's cold. It's cold at night and a little bit sort of dewy in the morning. But they're meant to get pretty much nothing until Friday. There's a chance they might get 5 mil. If they get that 5 mil, it'll probably keep it in the 7 range.
That won't do much, I don't think.
Look positive if we can get to 6 by Saturday.
And they're predicting, 26, 27 on race day?
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
And that's the big thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking Mills.
rain on the
You mean
race
the
day.
temperature. Fuck, they're going to call it off.
Might be
The race day is, the rain on race day is the worst, and that's what they're not going to get this weekend.
Yeah,
so
they're
that's
gonna-
sort of
yeah, so
be a
that's
big
good.
advantage.
That's good.
Might
What
be
you
a
say,
stupid question,
DJC?
boys. Yeah, it might be a stupid question. But is there anything they do to the track? Let's say for the cricket, for instance, when the outfield's drenched, they get the big ropes out and on the tractors and kind of rope all the water away. Do they? I know when it's dry, they water the tracks and stuff like that. But when it's a bit wet and they're trying to dry it up, is there anything they can do other than the sun or
Helicopter.
helicopter?
They have done a helicopter a couple of
Done the
times
helicopter, didn't they?
on the morning of, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's just try and get rid of the surface water. But no,
Yeah.
most of the tracks are set up with some pretty decent drainage now, so they more go for to get it through the grass, let alone trying to get it up and off the grass.
Yeah,
Flemington's one of the best. Flemington, you can actually, when it's raining down there, you can stand next to the track and you can hear and see the water draining through
Straight
the
off
track
it.
and away.
Wow.
Remember
that's
that morning?
crazy.
Was it Cup Day a couple of years ago when they had 20 mil in the morning and they ended up racing on almost a soft 5 or something?
Yeah, it's one of the most phenomenal.
There you go.
So that's to answer your question, DJC. A good question by you. You got some good ones.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
question,
What
yeah.
Thank you.
order were you going to go in? We usually leave Pat at the end to kind of knock him down. What order did you just do last week? Do you remember?
I went first because I was the virgin. Yeah, I went first 'cause I was the virgin.
And Nick goes, we'll make him go first because it's, we won't give him a locked in his first episode. No one gets a locked in on their first episode. And then the second race we picked, Gav, you're locked in.
He gave me 2.
That would have burnt
DJC
DJC.
almost had a hernia.
DJC had 2 weeks without one, I think.
I got hate mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, it's probably because I was
wasn't
picking
too
Stroke of Luck and all those horses that done nothing.
Oh, well, it was hard to
Nobody
find a
picked on
winner
you
last
last week,
week,
did
mate.
they?
All right, let's go with...
You got to go with DJC last. You can carve everyone up, DJC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll go last.
All right, okay, I'm going to go Hildo, Gav, DJC. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. So I instantly will.
Has your cup got a hole in it, DJC, or what?
I swear, we've been on
you
air
watching
for
this?
probably, 5-6 minutes. He's done nothing but pour drinks the whole time. I thought he was a barman. I thought he was behind a bar at one stage at the Maitland RSL. I thought he was working.
I was actually created by the same bloke that created Flemington. I'm just drained well.
He's poured that many drinks.
That is absolutely...
He's just done a Sam Booker shot.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So the
All right,
punter's
let's get
out
into
there.
it.
That's his second one on the show.
Well, you
Yeah,
did
it
one
is third.
pre-show too, so it's like
third
going
American honey.
it's like going to a uni night with an 18 or 19-year-old that's like, oh, we can just drink, and these are like $5.
Alcohol Anonymous are meeting and the teacher's not here.
Yeah, exactly. Sneak them in. Race
It's Easter,
6,
guys.
2,400 metres. It's Wednesday. We'll get to Easter, mate.
Fucking Easter.
Let's get into these races, boys. Come on, you're fucking around too much. after I've gone away for 1 week and it's turned to shit. Randwick Race 6, 2,400 metres, Group 1. It is the Australian Oaks. Pavitra is our current favourite, $3.60, which is the best price with better. Pennywecker, $6.60. Fireburn was $7. No, my pronunciations aren't always the best. Arts, Hilda, you were talking about last week, very impressive, $8.50. This is a wide open race. It could really come from anywhere. Hilda, kick us off. Who are you liking and why? Convince me.
Well, it's a tough race, and I'm just going to have to go against Pavitra purely on, I sort of did to myself. I walked up the top of the rise when it was in the race against Prowess the other day, and it just seemed to be just very one batting down the straight. I didn't like the way it probably didn't quicken a lot. Maybe Prowess made it look like that. So I've already mentioned it. I'm going to go with Arts. It's got to improve a few lengths and it's got to find a few off last week, but I thought it was so impressive and going to get some kind of similar track. So I'm going to go with it. And there's no way I could ever pick Fire Pit, so I won't.
Fire Pit. Gav, give us one, mate.
Mate, doesn't look like a vintage edition. I'm going to go with the Kiwi form, Pennywecker.
Pennywecker. Yeah, Pennywecker.
She's late entrant into the race. The connections were never going to come here, but they've paid up, probably based on the fact the Kiwis are coming over here and kicking some butt, I'd assume.
Yeah, smashing us.
She comes on the back of a dominant victory in the New Zealand Oaks. They decided to push her out over a trip this time, got out to 2,400 last time and smacked them, I guess. A few weeks between runs, she handles all conditions, so she's my on top.
Pennywecker. DJC, give us one. Feel free to pull these selections apart as well, which I know you won't. You're too nice.
No, this is a pretty tough race. Like, I'm actually against Hildo here. I'm with Pavitra. Been in great form lately. It obviously found that one better last start going down to Prowess, who I think it was a unanimous decision and locked in. I think we were all on it massively. It's going to be rock hard fit. It's going to be looking to take up the running, I think, from barrier 2. And I think if J-Mac can, steal some cheap sectionals, he should produce a strong finish. Based off its last run behind Prowess, I think it's definitely the one to beat in a pretty lackluster field.
I tend to agree. Nothing actually stands out to me in this race. Not one of you three has been overly convincing, I must say. But if we were to go off, I suppose, Kiwi form and what they are kind of coming up with, and I did hear about this horse that they were umming and ahhing, and then it was a certain point where they just said, okay, yep, this is actually a very good race for us. So, Gav, I'm gonna lock you in.
Oh, DJC, how do you feel, mate?
Gav's now.
Mate, I think we're all
in 6 races. He's had more locked-ins than DJC's had in season. 8 episodes.
I think.
Just kidding, mate.
Mate, good luck to him. Good luck to him. I think after last week, I think we're all a bit gun shy. That's why there's not much confidence coming through the speakers. I think last week was fucked.
Whoa, the show? What was that bad?
The mug was on here. No, we need the energy, boys. Come on, bring it up. This is day 2. This is a big day. Let's just roll straight in.
About... Hang on, just sorry.
No, sorry, Hilda. You go, mate. You go.
What about J-Mac landing the Oaks ride on Pavitra?
Yeah.
Like Chad Schofield won by 5 at Kembla, was beaten by an absolute superstar. In Prowess, and then just gets dropped off for J-Mac in the final.
Yeah,
J-Mac
what about that? Did we just lose Hilda then?
Everything froze. Oh, no, I'm back now. Yeah, back. Wow, everything froze. I couldn't hear anyone.
Yeah.
Rachel, did you pay that bill?
I said I'd transfer you the money later.
Rachel, move left. She's on the roof. She's got the dial up on the roof.
I think, yeah. It's amazing, I suppose.
It's a tough game. That's
J-Mac's going to get a ride, isn't it?
Very tough.
So what? He was actually Josh.
Yeah, like Schofield had ridden it at Kembla and he rode it second in the Viner. He was always riding it. And then next minute, J-Max obviously chased the ride because he's available and they're just happy to go, yep, no worries. It's hard for us. I mean, when the world's best rings up and says he wants to ride, it's hard for people to say no. But
See you, Chad.
See you, Chad.
James? Oh, okay, hold on a second. Chad.
Chad who?
Chad, get off. I've got James on the phone.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it, James. He's on it right now. He thinks he's going to write this week. Get off it. Get off it, you bum. Okay, now go. Yeah, sorry, James. Anyway. Yeah, I did. It's a tough game.
Tough world. Yeah.
Sydney Cup, race 7, 3,200 metres. $2 million total prize money. Cleveland is our current favourite at $4.20. Next line of betting down to King Frankel at $8. DJC, stop fucking drinking and eating ice. It's fucking killing me, man. Just, Christ, this is your last warning about this. All people can think about the punters in their car driving to work. Oh, he's gone. See you, buddy.
To look at RSA on these shows.
People are probably driving to work, listening to him drink. It's actually it's the scary thing, and he can hear us, but he can't say anything. But the scary thing is he's doing half a dozen cans of Coke too, full strength Coke. So how does he sleep? They have to put him in a nice lavender milk bath before he goes to bed. Cleveland is $4.20. King Frankel is $8 with better. Gold Trip, $9. Arapaho currently $13, best price here. Hildo, Surefire 15s. And it goes on and on. I actually quite like this race. I'm glad I'm not in your guys' positions and having to tip one to the punters. But I'm going to need you guys to be very, very convincing. Starting with you, Hildo, obviously.
This
not
is
much
easy.
to say.
Easiest race on the card to do. And I can't wait for this race because I'm sick and tired of hearing everyone talk about Montefilia and King Frankel out of the Tancred. No one wanted to mention
No one talked about the winner.
Who beat them all at weight for age. On handicaps, they should have given him, like Montefilia should have given him 6 kilos. He gave her 2 kilos and gave her a beating. King Frankel is, like, got to give him 3 kilos, but it won't matter. I can't have Cleveland and Gold Trip. They're all going to be behind him. They can't beat him if they're behind him. He's got the best turn of foot in the race. He drops to 53 kilos. His turn of foot's going to be even better, and he handles wet ground. This horse is set up for this race. It's been a goal from the word go, and I cannot see them beating him, and they will not turn the tables on him. Did you get the wrong one?
What was that first sound?
I actually forgot.
Please, shush, please.
That was the nicest 45 seconds
I found the buzzer in the end, but I actually, as you started going on here, I'm like, this is Hildo's horse, his partner rides. I think this would be a dream of mine to fucking buzz him on this. This is
jingle bells.
This is a career maker. No, that's my alarm to say I usually have a little timer here and I forgot it. Oh, far out.
You gave him the triangles.
Oh, yeah, that's actually my alarm to wake up. All right, Gav, who are we liking? Are you against Arapaho? Are you going to break our hearts?
Oh, I'm going to, but I don't like anything else out of the race that Arapaho came through, so I'm with you on that form there, Hildo. I'm going high emotion. I reckon she's set for this at a price. Probably named after BJ after someone disagrees with him on TikTok. Anyway, she looks cherry ripe for this. There's a sense of timing, I think. She was last at the 600 last week in the Chairman's. She hit the line hard. We know she eats the 3,200. Finished third in that Melbourne Cup last year.
Can do, yeah.
Huge drop in weight here from the 56 down to the 50, and I love a 7-day backup into this over the 3,200. Handles all conditions. She'll be back, but she can get there. So high emotion for me at a price.
I've actually got one of my drunken futures bets where I take the unders on the futures. I've actually got $15 about Sir Luke, and he's currently $32. So hoping that cashes in. I've got Jim Martini, took that futures at 17s. It's currently 17s, and obviously we took a good price about Arapaho, but we'll be filling up on that one. All right, let's unmute him. If I hear a drink noise, you're going straight on mute, okay? DJC, he's not. 45 seconds. Give us your best, mate.
Look, I was so close on going with Arapaho here. That was a massive win last start, but I've landed on another one that Hilda was absolutely roasted, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I think it really finished off well last start in the Tancred, which was, its Aussie debut, first start in Australia. It's going to improve off that effort. 2,400 metres out to the 3,200, I think it's going to be, it's going to suit it to a T. It also drops 8 kilos from last start. Barrier 17, it is a back marker, so it's as Hildo said, they're going to be behind it. It's going to have to settle towards the rear, and it's going to have to, look to come into the race off the back. Mother horse. That was not 45.
That was 45.
What a shame.
He was about to talk. Hold on, wait. I'm going to have to mute him again. He was about to talk about another horse. You went. That was 45 seconds, and DJC, I know you go and time these when you get home. So you time that. That was 45 seconds. So, Cleveland for you. Were you going to mention another horse?
No, finish it off.
I was literally saying it's going to have to come in.
Won't say over 2,000 metres at Randwick. It's the Group 1 Queen
Hang on, you got to do the
Elizabeth
locked
Stakes.
in.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was just moving on from him. That's an easy one. This is the easiest
Your
locked in.
fucking job.
I reckon I forgot to lock in selections more time than I've locked them in. It's easy. I'm going with
no brainer.
I'm going with
brainer
for me. Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Are we going to see this match race here? Animo, Dubai Honour. There's a lot of other horses in there.
Is there?
But I just think, there's been a lot of talk, and I tell you what, a lot of our English counterparts like to peak up and knock Animo, our champions, when we get something like this. Hildo, who wins this race? We probably don't need the 45 seconds for all these.
Nah, it's only a race between two, isn't it? Oh, well,
yeah.
It looks like it anyway. I'm going with Animo. I can't cop everyone diving into these European scumpers that come over here. Yeah, he was good first up. And actually, my roommate wants to tell me all the time how good these UK stayers are and how good.
Do you live with Mum?
How good they go. And
What's she saying in the background?
just dropped a few F-bombs and stuff.
Rachel.
Did you just call me roommate?
I'm really waiting for something to be thrown at him.
No, she said roommates pay rent.
I was going to say, that was literally going to be my next line. Roommates pay for things, I'm pretty sure.
You'll be the first bloke to get hit with a tankard soon.
That'd be good. That'd be good content.
Anyway, she is one of the number one voices of how good these Europeans are and how much better they are than ours. So I'm going to be fully in Animo's. I'm going to be fully in Animo's corner, and yeah, but you got beat on him. Patron second on him in the slipper.
She won on him.
Yeah, but the start before. They don't remember.
Oh, okay. It's a favourite
Talk about that slipper. They still talk about that slipper.
I'm fully in Animo's corner because I just can't stand when these UK imports come over here and try and say that they're better than us. He's French. We like the French better.
I really hope this recording's picking up the domestic between Luke Hilton and Rachel King in the background.
Anyway, so I'm with Animo.
Arapaho's French. It took so much. He took so much offence.
Can we put our differences aside? Can you grab my charger, please? Can you grab a charger from my...
You know what he's going to say then?
Can you grab my
Can you grab my...
Can we put our differences aside? Lovely.
Where do you think Dubai is from?
I don't know. Where's he from?
You think
Dubai?
It's French, don't you?
Yeah, same.
Dubai. He's a desert horse. Oh, he's a desert
He's
horse.
Irish.
Oh, he's Arab.
He's Irish.
Irish. Yeah, well, that's the same thing as English.
Nah, it's better. All right, Gav. Animo or Dubai Honour?
Yeah, Animo for me.
You're not welcome.
Just like Hildo, I can't buy into it. They do go well. It's a little bit of a Dave versus Very Elegant here, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I'm team Animo. Cox Plate winner probably should have won too. But you know what I don't like? I don't like the narrative that Animo hasn't been putting things away by much, but it's just it does what it has to do. I don't put anything away at home. I'm still a winner.
But they've been tough runs though. Like
100%,
you can't knock them, and I can't believe that people are coming out and
high class races bring out the best. High class races bring out the best in him, and he'll win.
yeah, I agree. DJC, you're off mute. Tell us. Animo or Dubai Honour?
Neither. I am sick.
Oh,
Japanese horse.
please. If you
I
say
am-
Slowanga, that is more of
no.
a reason to mute you.
Who did I back last week? Sorry, the week before.
Mate, I can't. We have not got
Only
time
got
to
Gav-
go
Gav-
horses.
Gav will know what I'm talking about. I only seen the light of day late and exploded. I am with Cascadian. In the form, it's in the form of its fucking life. This thing, it's finally got clear. Swallowed him up like Pat eating a Works hamburger. Last win finished just behind Mr. The start before that just finished behind Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside's come out and won the Doncaster. I think everyone's going to be talking about Animo and Dubai in this race, which is expected, obviously. But I wouldn't count on Cascadian absolutely flying home late to spoil the party at 15-1.
You get the shovel. Can I just say, just firstly, Gav, I would love to hear your retort, but if Pat was on this show, we would have seen our first live vomit because he hates that horse so much, and you're taking it against Animo.
Look,
Gav,
He won the worst Australian Cup I've ever seen. It shouldn't even be called a cup. It's an Australian.
Flying late.
Do you think Godolphin's going to let Cascadian knock Animo off in this race?
He will be instructed to knock someone over.
Get out of the way.
It'll be fine Dubai Honour and clip his heels.
Yeah. Right,
Cascadian
instructions,
books.
thank you.
More you put on, the more you
Wowee.
get back. Back into your nosebleeds.
No.
Hey, my nose is bleeding from how loud you talk into that
Yeah, can you
microphone.
stop yelling? Move the microphone back a little bit.
I saw Hildo take his earphone out.
It blew out. It blew out.
Thought I was still muted. Sorry.
He thought he could yell over the mute. Well, I am having absolutely nothing to do with Cascadian. Animo all the way. Absolute champ. That is possibly one of the most ridiculous things we've ever heard on this this time-honoured show of 9 episodes. That takes the cake, and I don't know if anything will ever beat it. Let's see if he can reclaim our respect and get some winners for us in the last race, which is the Queen of the Turf, 1600 metres Group 1, alcohol-free. Well, we obviously know you're not going to go anywhere near that one, DJC. Currently $3.55. Cirilio missed $6.50. Levante $8. Hope in your heart $9.50. Rest of double figure odds. Rounding out. There's a big old field. Dynasties at 126. Hildo, give us something in this race. You've got one.
Yeah, look.
We're not backing up.
We do have one. I suggest to the punters out there that they back this horse bring the ransom each way. She's absolutely airborne. It was devastating when the barrier draw came up. She will run a massive race at $100 to $1. I think she'd drawn a gate. I thought she was right in the race, but going to make it tough from there. Can't pick her, but I'm going to go with
$1 each way.
have something each way because she will run a massive race. I'm going to go with Hope in Your Heart. Her run the Doncaster was absolutely outstanding. I've settled on her and Fangirl, Hope in Your Heart and Fangirl in this race, and I'm only going with Hope in Your Heart because of the better draw. Fangirl will get a long way back. I think the dry track will suit Fangirl and it will get a lot closer. but hoping your heart's just going to have a much better run. And I think the Doncaster's the right form race for this race, one of our toughest mile races, coming back to a mare's grade. I think it's going to be extremely hard to beat.
Gavlar, give us it.
Yeah, mate. Oh, I was keen on Fangirl, but when I saw McAvoy was on and he's kicked me in the guts a few times, so I've had to jump off. So I'm going for and I've just spent some time shitbagging him, but I'm all about alcohol free in this. I know you're not about that, DJC, but she brings some elite European form, finishing 3 lengths off Bay Eid over 1600. That's sensational.
Yeah.
She carried 56 there. She carries 57 here, so she's at weight per age. The whole field's in the same, equal rates. The trial that she bolted in suggests she settled in well. J Mac takes it. Barrier 2. She brings the best. She'll win by panels, I reckon.
Okay. DJC, hit us with it.
Yeah, as you've touched on before, boys, I'm actually backing something I never thought I'd say in my life, and that is alcohol-free.
Really?
I was super excited when they announced. Yeah, I was super excited when they announced this horse is coming to Australia. It's got some very, very handy form, as Gav said, behind Bay Eid. It also beat Artorias in the July Cup. Mate, it had to do a little bit of a couple of weeks off to get used to it. What do you call it? When they first come here, they have to have
Acclimatise.
Yeah, but what's it called? It's when you. It wasn't acclimatise. It's when
Quarantine.
you get quarantine. That's
Quarantine.
right. Had to spend a couple of weeks in quarantine, but obviously it had its first trial and it won easily. Has great first up form. Likes the wet. J Mac in the saddle. I'm expecting a pretty bold showing here. I think it could win by plenty.
Paying attention. Are you paying attention to this show?
Sculled another drink.
It's just...
It's not when you hit the hooter, you have to scull a drink either. It's not what the game is.
It's not a drinking game. What's wrong?
No, I will not stop drinking. Sorry, boys. The next door neighbour's blowing up.
You are built different, Keg.
Wow, wait. That is fantastic. You are the longest serving member of the show, and you are the only one that constantly goes over. But can I say something as well? Respect the buzzer. You can't just talk through it and finish your saying, and then while I'm continuing buzzing, then finish your drink. Sorry, mate, you go.
I'll give you a hot tip. The buzzer means fuck all to me.
I don't know how you brought yourself to even find alcohol-free, DJC. I just didn't think you could bring yourself to say those words.
Yeah, he thought it was the alcohol is free.
Yeah.
That's the Australian
Is this joint got an open bar? Oh, alcohol-free. Beauty. For that, I've got to lock you in, DJC. I've got to lock you in. Alcohol-free. They're the 4 Group 1s. Appreciate you, boys. DJC, you got one from the Wild West you want to tip early days for us?
Not really, mate. I thought the Quokka.
Oh, you told me you had one. You had one for the punters.
It's next. I think the Quokka's next week, but I think Uncommon James is. Like, I think that's
Shut
a
up,
big
DJC.
chance.
He also messaged me asking...
No, don't talk about Amelia's Jewel. I'm taking 2 horses over there.
He also messaged me asking if the Quokka's a Group 1.
It should be.
Quokka's a small marsupial animal.
Fucking should be.
It shouldn't be. What horses are you taking over?
I'm looking forward to it.
Shades of Rose.
They've gone. Shades of Rose and Overpass have both left.
I thought you were going on Monday. I thought you were meant to go on Monday.
I'm going. The horses went on Monday. I'm going this Monday. We've got Breakfast with the Stars on Tuesday morning at Ascot Racecourse, where all the horses will gallop. Uncommon James and Asphoria are going to come in and gallop as well. Kementari's over there.
Kementari.
We're staying at Simon Miller's, where Amelia's Jewel is, so hopefully I'll get a chance to get at it before the Quokka. and then
you'll need to.
Awesome John's actually there as well, so he's in the Western Australian Derby this weekend, I think it is.
Yeah, very hard to beat. Mate,
I'm excited.
One.
I'm looking forward to it. Because when you measure up a horse like Overpass, who last year ran second in Nature Strip in the shorts and beat Lost and Running, and a few of those number oneers. If he brings that kind of form, there's no nature shifts in this race.
And it can, obviously can. It is actually quite an open race, I reckon, more so than what the market.
Well, he was targeted to go to the TJ first up. It was the ultimate race for him. We targeted his best form has been first up. He went there first up. The heavy track scratched him at very hard decision, but to scratch him at 2:30 in the afternoon. But the track was just too wet, so
And then quickly booked him on a flight with Virgin.
quickly booked him on a flight with Virgin. When he got home there. And Shades of Rose probably just had really no luck in the first two, so she gets back on a dry deck over there. And I think if those horses, I think the horses that have come over, like Uncommon James, Asphoria, and the horses from over here are probably, hopefully, going to stand up and be better than these Western Australians. They won't have any part of it. They think this Amelia Jewel is the real deal. So we're going to find out.
We need to get the.
What do you reckon, DJC? You're the WA man.
Mate, as the punters will know, I managed to tip the last 4 in a row there last week. But that's last week. That's last week. We'll move on.
He did.
But
That's last week.
Was that the question?
I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a chat thing in here, and he's written that tip the last 4 last week 17 times. So I think he wanted one of us to mention it. But it's all. Sorry, mate. Missed that message.
Do have 2 early ones that I think will run pretty well. Race 2, Major Max. We've backed it a few times before. I think that's an absolute special in race 2. And then race 7, Sammy will know this.
Does that thing, hold on, stop talking when other people talk. Does that Major Max run in Adelaide a lot of the time?
No.
Or is that a
different
Western
horse?
Australia horse?
Different horse.
A lot of Maxes in Adelaide, as I would know.
Yeah, Major Max is always in Western Australia, but there's the Max horse that won for us last week in Adelaide. But and the other one, boys, race 7.
Magic.
Sammy, you'll know this one. This is the one that got us out of trouble when we had the Golden Slipper Punters Day. I think it was the last race in Western Australia, and that's that Stella Vista. We had it in the last race there, me, you and Nick, sitting on the lounge kicking stones, and we all threw in a bit on that. So I reckon Stella Vista, Paddy Carberry on board, race 7. But definitely agree with Hildo that Awesome John is very, very hard to beat. It could win quite easily over there. The Wizard on board.
Hey, I like what the Western Australian Racing have done. They've all Western Australian, whatever it's called, when you combine all 3 of them. They're promoting it as a trilogy, and they've got a trilogy lunch next Thursday because they've got the Quokka of the races, they've got the Nullarbor, which is a trot slot race, and then they've got the Sandgroper, which is a slot dog race, all on the same weekend. I think it is. So
that's wicked.
I think that's outstanding. Yeah,
that's a leg up trip to be had.
Oh, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. Yeah, do it this year, he'll know, and kind of do a recce for us and see if it's worth going over.
Let us know.
It's actually, the Sandgroper's on my bucket list. You guys wouldn't believe that, but I'd love to get over there and watch the slot dog race. It'd be fantastic. Was that the trots race? Either way, I'm in. Thank you, gentlemen. Long one tonight. It was good catching up with you all. DJC, love you to death. Jeez, you bring so much joy to this show. I appreciate it. Gav, thank you, mate. I know you've got you got a newborn there. You have to do it on the veranda.
Yes.
And Hildo, we can only imagine what's waiting for you when you get off this call after bagging
it over the
British head. And you've done well.
I've got a small angry child here as well.
Poor old Hildo is going to be sent to bed without his vape.
Yeah. Good night, Luke King.
Jimmy.
Bye.
Mobile.
Oh, okay. See you, boys.